back to another episode of the Tammy and Chana show. This is a weird side note. I'm just going to bring this up. I have an Aunt Tammy who is like, she's amazing. And all of my life, for some reason, everyone in my family called me Tammy and her Chana. So since I was born, literally, my name in my family has been Tammy Chana. So I think it's kind of funny that I now have a show with a Tammy and our names are put together like that. Because that's, honestly, if you went to my house, anytime they'd be like, Tammy, Chana, get over here. That's just what we've called ourselves. So if Aunt Tammy, you're watching this, look at us now. Anyway, that has nothing to do with today's video. Today, when we were brainstorming ideas of a topic that we would find, we have some good stories to share about. We're going to talk about today listening to your intuition and your inner guidance system that you have inside of you. I think sometimes in life we get a little distracted by other people's opinions or maybe ideas that people have of who we're supposed to be. And when we're trying to be our most authentic selves, it can be really daunting to push past the people that love you the most, who are, or even if they don't love you the most, but people's opinions is something that I found challenging in the beginning for me. Tammy might be different, but for me, I was, one of the stories I'm going to share about was when we first started telling people that we were going to move to Wisconsin. My husband had just been fired and we were going to move to Wisconsin. We're going to start this new life. I'm going to try my hand at my business and we're going to figure it out. And we had many people that we love and respect tell us that we were making a big mistake. We had family. There's a quote by my favorite author. Her name is Glennon Doyle Melton. And she says in her book, Untamed, which is an amazing book, that it's often not the loud criticism of people you don't know that hurts you the most. It's the quiet concern of people who love you that can hurt the most.
Sometimes the people that are closest to you that don't see your vision, your dream, don't know what you have in your gut and in your mind and in your heart from God, from angels. They are going to discourage you. It could be jealousy. It could be something they want but are too afraid to go and get. So they're going to be like, who do you think you are trying to do that? Or that is the worst idea that you could have ever had. Right?
That's what that's what we were told by a lot of people. A lot of people said, your guys' brand is too fancy. I mean, at this point, I wasn't even a brand. I was just a lady who put my cute sticker on stuff, my logo sticker. And they were like, it's too fancy. People in a small town are not going to get it. They're used to going to bake sales and buying, candy in a Ziploc bag with a yellow sticker on it. Like, this is too high end. It will not connect. It's not going to work. Like, they were worried. They were saying it in a nice way. But for the first time in our lives, we were just like, well, even if that does happen, let's just say that it does. We didn't want to not try, because I think trying and failing for us was more important than not doing it, because there was nothing else on the table for us. And we just thought, let's just do it. Let's just push through. And the
push was too big for you guys. It's like the vision was too big to sit on it.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. The vision was too big to sit on. And we had already lost so much with my husband losing his job and with us being kicked out of our apartment, that I thought, well, what the hell? What's the worst that's going to happen? And I think for me, what's happened since then, that was the first time I've been a huge risk taker. And then I kind of fell back into my old ways with, like, I got comfy and cozy, and Tammy's a way bigger, like, let's just balls to the wall risk taker. And I'm trying to get back into that, because the coolest things have happened to me when I've done that.
It's so funny. I was over here the last time we were recording our videos, and Shayna's like, I just need to be more like you. Like, you think of something, you just jump. It's not like you're not like, oh, I need to write this down. I need to come up with a plan. She's like, if a UFO dropped in my backyard, you'd be like, oh, let's go check it out and see what's out there.
She would. And she's just like, oh, cool, UFO. Let's figure this out. Weird. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'd be like, wait, we have to research and make sure it's safe. Where's our hazmat suit? So yeah, I think that's the other thing too, is like realizing that when you have like a gut instinct or a feeling about something, trusting yourself, I think, is the hardest part. And the only way that I got to a place where I believed myself over everyone else was through work. working really hard on my self-improvement,
Your ego.
my ego, reading books and doing research about other successful people and things that they did, and all that kind of stuff. So I often like pick Tammy's brain because Tammy has grown so fast. Like you just started in 2018, right?
Correct.
So she started in 2018 with one service, she said, doing foot detox. And now she offers over 100 services with a whole full staff of people. And she's already outgrown her second space. And I think it's fascinating to ask her, like, how did you... Well, she's in her second space, and now she's opened another location in Hayward. Like, how that felt to just... Like, what is the feeling like when you know it's time to take the next step, and how do you listen to it?
It's almost like a voice in my head. It's my intuition, I would say. God's word being spoken to my brain. I'm very open to messages. So when I get the message, it's like, okay, I get the message, and then I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? It's like, it totally freaks me out. It's not that I'm not afraid, but I feel like if I'm not obedient to the words that I hear, that it's going to end. So it's like, I took this leap of faith. I took this leap of faith. What makes me think that this leap, because I'm so afraid, isn't exactly where I need to be? So I started in a one-room little gig where people doubted me there. I said I needed to grow, move, get bigger. I had a bigger vision. And I was a single mom at the time in business for 6 months. They're like, some people were telling me there's no way you're ever going to get a loan for this little red building that I ended up getting. There's no way you're going to do this. There's no way you're ever going to do that. And lo and behold, every single thing fell into place because that's where God wanted me to be. So it's like it fell into place exactly the right time, the exact time I said it's going to happen. And everybody around me is like, there's no way in real estate with commercial purchases that it ever falls into place that easy. But God's like, if you trust me, it's going to happen. And then I was there, and I was standing there one day in a little red building with Sharon, and I got a message that says you need to move again. And I'm like, are you serious? So, okay, I'm like, yep, so where do I need to move? The messenger came in, one of my clients, she's like, you're not going to believe this. There's this space in the medical arts building. I just went and looked at it with some of my coworkers. You need to check it out. So, okay, got on the horn, found out the information, went and looked at it, and I've seen the vision the second I walked in the door. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. I walked in there, and it looked like that 70s show with wallpaper from 1975. And I'm just like, oh, but I seen the beautiful vision. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put an offer in for this much. It would like lowballed it. And I'm like, there's no way he's ever going to accept this offer. I'm like, okay, if this is the offer, I'm going to take this leap. So I went to sleep, woke up to a message, he accepted your offer. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Everything fell into place from A to Z to move into where I'm at. But I believed my gut feeling. I believed God was bringing me to this place. And then I got the next message that you need to open a second location. Where is it going to be? Oh, Hayward. Perfect. Let's go there. Let's find out what we need to do, where we need to go. Met with a person. 12 days later, we signed a contract and we were moving in. So it's like, I feel like if you trust your gut, if you're not afraid to take leaps of faith, miracles happen all the time.
Yes, and I think a lot of it too is people don't understand what it's like to be a visionary or a creative. I mean, the world needs all kinds of people. We need, I love this metaphor by another favorite author, Elizabeth Gilbert. She talks about there's two kinds of people in her mind. There's the jackhammers and the hummingbirds. And the hummingbird people kind of hop from thing to thing, and they see like a bright shiny ball and they chase it and they go and they go. And then there's the jackhammer people who, when they get a goal, they just jackhammer it into the ground and they don't quit until they get it. And I'm definitely a jackhammer person. And I also have to realize that there's going to be people in my life that just aren't going to get when you're a visionary and when you're a creative. Like, if you're artistic in your soul, you are on a different level than other people. And it's not a shameful thing to admit. I mean, all the biggest brands and movies and beautiful songs were written by people who were creative and connected. You have to be connected to something higher than yourself to be able to bring forth something from here and make it something real. And I think that certain people just aren't going to get it. So you've got to learn who who is somebody you want to get wisdom from, and who is somebody that you know just isn't going to get it. There's a really great saying that says, don't let people who don't matter too much matter too much. And that just basically means, like, you have to know who in your life is somebody that's got that same gift. Like, I can tell Tammy tomorrow, like, we're buying a huge facility and we're doing this and we're taking out a loan and we're going to, and she'd be like, cool, awesome, can't wait to see it. Like, not a drop of doubt is going to come from her if I tell her I want to do something. And the same with me. Not everybody's like that. Some people are really fearful and they just don't operate that way. They can't believe it till they see it.
And some people are very jealous and they say your like Shana talked about in the beginning. So it's like, follow your gut. And it's important to have dreams and visions moving forward also, because if you're just existing, you're just going with the flow, how are the miracles going to happen? The universe and God don't even know what to gift you because you don't even know what you want, right?
Yeah. So we just wanted to encourage you guys. We just thought that this was something that we would have loved to hear when we were starting out, and we're always trying to seek guidance from God on what sort of messages He would like us to share, and this is one that popped up. So let us know if you have any other ideas for videos in the comments below. We are so open to whatever you guys want to hear us talk about. You can message us on Facebook or Instagram. We're just kind of going with the flow here, and whatever comes up, comes up. So we're interested to hear what you'd like to talk about, and thank you so much for listening.
Yep, thank you. Have a great day.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.